I want to thank our witnesses for joining us today. We are grateful to you and to your fellow election officials around the country who work so hard to ensure fair, free, and secure elections. I am, and everyone should be dismayed by the continuing baseless attacks on our democracy intended to sow false doubt in election administrators like the two public servants who are with us today. I say everywhere that I am incredibly grateful to local and state administrators who I think jealously guard the sacred obligation and right and duty they have to count elections. And American citizens should know, because I want to speak to them first, you should know your elections are secure. Your vote will count. Your vote is your power. It is your right. Please, please, please use it. The people lying about the security of our elections want to take your power away by discouraging you from voting at all. They want to take your power away by attacking local election administrators and making it harder for them to serve your communities. They're desperate to make voters distrust democracy because they're afraid of losing power. All the suggestions that they're making about changes aren't about improving the process. It's about improving the process for political power. Should you begin to believe those lies, they have seized control from you, the American voter. Don't let them get away with it. In America, voters are in charge. Citizens are in charge. Use your power and use it by voting. Second, I want to speak to our witnesses and share with you how deeply I respect your work. Thank you for your public service. I'm confident you both will run free, fair, and secure elections in your states. You both deserve our support. You both deserve Congress's gratitude and respect. No one who does the jobs you do deserve to have resources slashed by my friends here on the other side of the aisle who think it's fine to severely underfund HAVA grants. In fact, this morning in a budget bill that was released, the majority proposes $15 million nationally for election security grants. $15 million for the whole country. If I was good enough to do the math quickly, the 150 million or so Americans who cast ballots, and divide it by $15 million, it's not even pennies per voter. So we need to do so much better. And you do not deserve to have new unnecessary burdens from terrible bills like with all due respect, the MEGA Act and the Save America Act, which land on you right as you are in the middle of, in some states, running primaries already. Some have already happened, and certainly as you're preparing for the midterm elections. You do not deserve to be falsely accused of failing to do your jobs by the same people who refuse to give you resources and support to do your jobs. You also do not deserve the unprecedented threats and risks the Trump administration is piling on top of these burdens that are being furthered by my friends on the other side of the aisle. You and your voters deserve a Department of Justice that will protect voting rights and support critical work that you do, not one that makes illegal demands to turn over private voting data so the Trump administration can decide who gets to vote. In your case, Secretary Schwab, Kansans do not deserve a DOJ that lies in court by claiming your state has violated voter privacy by giving DOJ sensitive data like Social Security numbers for Kansas voters. In your case, Secretary Simon, Minnesotans deserve a DOJ that upholds its mission to keep the American people safe, not a DOJ that tries to extort voter rolls at gunpoint like they did after the senseless shootings of Renee Good and Alex Preddy. You and your voters deserve a Department of Homeland Security that provides cybersecurity assistance, information sharing to identify and mitigate risks, disaster preparedness, and other essential support, not a CISA, or Cybersecurity and Infrastructure Security Agency, that's been hollowed out by malicious conspiracy theorists and enablers here in Congress. You and your voters deserve an intelligence community and Director of National Intelligence who will protect Americans and secure our election critical infrastructure against foreign threats, not weaponize intelligence authorities for political purposes. You deserve a president who respects the Constitution of the United States, not any legal executive order purporting to take over your authorities and attacking the ability of American citizens to vote by mail. Of course, that's the same Donald Trump, I hesitate to point out, but it's important to, who voted by mail just last month, even though he was in Florida during early voting and could have gone to a polling place, but somehow found time over the weekend to go to a UFC championship fight in person. Donald Trump thinks he deserves special privileges while making things harder and more costly for Americans. You deserve a federal government you can trust, a federal government that has your back. I wish my colleagues on the other side of the aisle felt the same way, and I hope this political moment is over. We'll get back to nonpartisan, pro-democracy values. There's so much good work we could do together to support you, the things like sufficient HAVA funding and a functional system that provides cyber assistance and information sharing that we all need to do. And while I have much more to say, in the interest of time, I will again thank you for the opportunity to speak, Mr. Chairman, and I yield back.